The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Kia ora, this is Toby Manhire, here to urge you to tune in to Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast with me, Annabelle Lee Mather and Ben Thomas, tackling the world of New Zealand politics, from policy to polling, from scandal to psychodrama. Listen to Gone by Lunchtime, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network, wherever good pods are sold.
Welcome along to the Real Pod. Just got to adjust my chair, guys. Apologies. There we go, that's better.
Yeah, I did that.
My name is Jane Yee. I'm joined by Alex Casey and Duncan Grieve of the Spin-off. Hi,
Hello.
folks. How you doing?
I'm good. I was just feeling the lump on my arm.
Just got
I showed
terrible
Jane earlier. You might have to touch my arm for this. Just go right
God.
there. It's what's that?
It's not okay.
I think I have a tumour on my arm.
It's not a... Anyway.
You should get that checked out.
I tried to. My stepdad doctor said, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it then.
Where bodies are lumpy.
This is your Real Life in New Zealand and Reality TV podcast. We're going to be recapping some reality TV, like big time this week. We're skipping out on Reality Check.
Oh, real news.
Real news, sorry, except to announce a couple of breakups. But we're going to go all in because Batch AU is so good we need to dedicate some sweet time to it. But anyway, we just want to say thank you to Nando's. And we did have a big Nando's event this week. We just quickly need to chat about.
Oh, my God. Not just quickly. I have like a full thesis that I want to read out.
Oh, God.
Your story of was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Did you save the Insta story?
Yeah, can we put it on the
I
internet?
got you talk and I'll save it as a highlight.
Save it.
I will.
Can you do that?
Oh, God.
What's that noise?
That's my phone. I can't touch my phone.
So if you listened last week, you'll be aware that I was invited to be a judge in the Nando's National Grilling Competition, which I thought was a prank. Turns out it was real. I turned up at 9 a.m. and there was like 24 of the best grillers in the land, all from Nando's, all wearing different kinds of regalia. It was quite like, it was a carnival atmosphere. And I got to judge 24 grilled chooks with the GM and the CEO of Nando's.
CEO of Nando's, like worldwide?
Worldwide.
That's so hard out.
He was amazing. He had like a
Did you
Australian hat on. Well, we talked about the Bachelor Australia, which is my way. You know, I just go, are you watching the Bachelor Australia?
And he was?
In any situation. Yep, he was,
Cool.
because it's the only show that his teenage son will watch with the family.
Wow.
He says. So he came out, he comes out of his room to watch that, and he said, you know, I'll watch anything if it gets my son out of his room.
Oh.
It was a lovely review of the show. There was also an exciting moment where the MC was introducing, you know, the GM's here. It was like, clap, clap, clap. The CEO is here to judge. And then he's like, and here's Alex. And everyone turned around and me, just on my crutches at the back of the room, going, hello. And he was like, from the Real Pod, which is... And then everything went silent. Everyone looked at me and I just went, don't worry about it. So I was like, no one knew what I was doing there. But it didn't stop me eating and enjoying all the chicken.
Did they grow to respect you?
No, not at all. If anything, it just went on a downward spiral as I became more and more.
How much chook on average did you eat out of each chook?
A solid bite of chook, definitely out of each. Often went back for more. For like a secondary, a dig deeper.
So what was the span from the worst to the best in terms of taste extravaganza quality?
There were some that were a little rubbery, but they were honestly, and the GM and the CEO said this as well, the quality was
Sky high.
above
You'd expect
the
that.
Aussies.
Oh,
really?
Yep. A lot better.
Go Kiwi.
The worst one was still pretty good. I learned all about, you got to look for the integrity of the skin. The basting, not too much. The char grilled marks, you want them consistent and all the way across. So I learned a hell of a lot. And I was also charmed because Jane's saving our Insta story right now.
I am.
Guess who was watching that story all the way through? Mike McRoberts.
No!
I know!
Clean, lean
wasn't?
protein.
Are you sure it wasn't a...
No, I thought it was a parody account. And I looked at it because he changed his photo and it is the Mike. What is he doing?
Wow.
So does that mean he listens to the podcast?
Could it? Possibly?
No.
Cool, let's get much more professional if
Okay.
that's the case.
I'm Jane Yee, joining me here at the podcast desk. Duncan Grieve and Alex Casey. Alex, please don't eat on mic while we're trying to...
Come on, we're almost there.
so
I was going to say good morning, listeners.
Well, it's a podcast. It could be evening, could be afternoon, could be middle of the night, couldn't it?
Good day
Good
to
day.
be.
Good day. Good day.
To be.
Oh, God. Our hashtag is #RealPod. Mike, do you want to use that? Our Facebook page, facebook.com/TheRealPodPod. And, of course, our Real Pod Corner group can be accessed through there. And you can find us on Instagram, TheRealPodPod.
Alex is still rubbing her arm looking frightened.
Our Instagram is endorsed by Mike McRoberts of
Officially.
New
Well, endorsed is got a specific meaning.
Honest opinion. Coming up, just a whole lot of recaps, but let's just get, we'll do like the shortest real news that ever there was. And surprising and yet not surprising at all news, Troy and Carly from Maths AU have broken up. They really kept me on my toes. I still to this day don't know if it was true love or the greatest PR stunt ever.
But he did impregnate her.
What?
She's not pregnant.
Isn't she?
No, that was
Oh,
not.
shit.
That was literally just fake news from the women's mags. It was just like, Carly's pregnant. It's like, she's not.
What?
Or,
Yeah.
or maybe not. But maybe they were seen shopping in a kids' wear store or something.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Well,
Oh,
Anyway.
Well, that's all right. Then that's not quite so sad.
R.I.P. the spawn of Carly and Troy that never was.
What could have been?
Troy Lee.
It's not as sad, right, as the other big one.
The other big one, okay, this is legit sad and surprising. Lily McManus
No,
and Courtney Dover
no.
from, well, Lily's from our Bachelor, but also from Bachelor Winter Games.
Fuck.
They're over.
I saw them like on Instagram like 2 days ago.
Over.
Well, they're still hanging out constantly.
But what happened?
Just,
I don't know.
I don't
They're
know.
still friends.
I
or just...
loved them.
Well, we all loved them.
Everyone says, look, you know, in the old days when you broke up, you just, you went like single. You changed your relationship status on Facebook. Now it's the massive explanation on Instagram.
And the simultaneous posts.
Yeah, got to time
Like
it
a
right.
I wonder if there's someone who manages like public breakup. You know, like is that like a PR wing?
Isn't there a
Breaker
movie about
uppers.
that?
Oh yeah. I think I've just had a great idea.
That's like when I spent an entire night, like dusk till dawn, writing a movie with a friend of mine about like this person who got this like hack technology where he could basically access the internet through his mind and basically became like infinitely smart. And we woke up the next morning like super hungover, really excited. And then we told someone, they were like, "Yeah, that movie came out last year. It was called Limitless. And it was it totally sucked."
Okay.
Boy, were we embarrassed.
dear.
Okay,
Shout
well,
out to
I've
Dave Shamey.
literally just by being tagged in something on Facebook lost billions of dollars because years ago I invented in my head a system whereby socks could be kept together in the wash and then
What?
dried in the dryer while being kept together.
How?
I hadn't figured out the exact system, but it was the concept, right? I just talked to a
It's
design.
What was the concept?
Desire.
You just had the idea that it needed
The
to-
idea that it needed to be something to save everyone, whereby you could just somehow clip your socks together with some sort of contraption that they'd go in the wash together, go in the dryer together, come out as a happy couple. Always, always. Some fucker, sorry, excuse my language, I feel passionately, has gone and invented just the thing.
What is it?
It's some, I mean, it's...
It'll just
Look,
like a
it's-
button and a hook, right?
No, because it's got to be easier than that. No one's going to do that with this. It's got to be something kids can do.
What?
It's not
like
going
a
to be
little-
It's not going to be something you can
Like
sew
Velcro?
onto socks. No, because then you've got to sew that onto every sock.
No,
And then you got
but just
Velcro
like what
sticking on
it's a
everything.
patent, and then you license it to all the sock makers.
It doesn't matter. There's a guy who's made a thing, and I've been shafted. And I think
Rubber band?
I came up with the idea. I've been stitched. It's a stitch up, as they say on the block. I came up with that idea probably about 15 years ago, and I was just taking my time perfecting it, and someone's
in the lab.
gazumped me.
You hang your socks weird. On the
No, I
washing
don't.
line.
I hang my socks good. I hang them in
I've
pairs.
never seen a single person
Okay.
that hangs socks like you do.
Well, I had a lot of feedback on Instagram saying
Is
that
it-
was...
Explain it, because I.
Jane's is probably the more sensible one, which is probably an
Is it about
offshoot
drying them
of your
faster?
rigorous thinking.
No, it's not
this.
about drying them faster. It's not. It's not about drying them faster. I hang them as a pair on either side of the line with a peg
In the middle?
in the middle.
I do that too.
Okay.
I thought I invented that.
Wow.
And I do it to dry them faster because I don't want that little like wet bit in the middle.
Oh, it's because people pair
Fuck
two.
that wet
yeah,
bit.
no,
I
no.
love doing that.
Anyway,
Thick socks over, break the peg, trying to get the peg on there.
That's important. You always got to break the peg.
okay, and that is real news.
I'm really sad about Lily.
It's the worst.
I am disgusted at how much
we get her on the
you
pod?
copied my
In the
husband.
US.
She's talking home.
Let's not talk over the music.
You're almost saying that.
I was going to say something really important, but it's gone. The block.
That's not that.
That's a neg and a half.
You're loving this season, Duncan.
I am.
You love the oldies.
I love the oldies. I mean, I don't love the oldies. I'm really like deep down bad people. Though, I think they're different kinds of genius, each of them. I also think like Stu
Stu's been caught up in the wake.
Stu speaks in a very ornery style, but I also think like his will is strong, like infinite will. And Amy is some kind of design genius. And like we just had to acknowledge this stuff. But yeah, like really like bad personalities and people. And it's so good for the show because otherwise everyone is quite affable.
I know, but I think there's been seasons past. Like I think back to the Point Chef season, which was Alex and Corbin and Ben and Quinn, and that was like everyone was kind of friendly, and it was actually really nice. There was some drama, but it wasn't as nasty. I don't know, because not Claire and Agni. Amy and Stu bring out the worst in everyone else, I reckon, except for the boys. There's no bringing anything out in those guys.
There's nothing there.
Nothing there. Just a bunch of rice cake walls. But anyway,
That house is so shit.
I love it. It looked like a hotel room.
They all look like hotel rooms,
yeah.
like those kind of bleak hotel rooms where everything's not quite in the right place. It's
I'm
amazing
still
how they get
okay.
that vibe. out of
last
everything.
week you were all about taking out the walk-in wardrobe. Now that you've
What?
seen, yes,
Was I?
yes,
Okay, I
You
was
were.
tired.
you were
Leak the
wrong.
tapes.
No.
Also,
Did
because
Did I really?
The space that they created,
Alice is
the extra
nothing.
space in the room that they created by taking out the walk-in wardrobe was not even really usable space.
They used it to have a larger section of carpet that wasn't vacuumed.
Yeah.
And the gross mirror, like,
Oh,
squares.
yeah.
It was all bad. Anyway, and also, I have a real problem with only having a dumper in the shower.
Oh, who?
Dump.
What now?
Little man in the corner. No, you know, the rain dumpers, the overhead rain
Oh,
things, without having the movable shower head or the removable one that you can A, use to wash the shower, but B, if you're short like me, you don't want. I don't want my hair wet every day. It takes me 17 hours to dry my hair.
Also,
They weren't thinking of you.
The double entrance with two shower heads. It's like they think that they're going to be shooting a porno in there
Yeah,
every day. It's so,
So bad, like
weird.
the black tiles.
Maybe that's why they need the extra room in the room as well. Maybe they're marketing to a very specific buyer.
Oh, you need to put the cameras up. I genuinely think that their house is going to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars less because it will basically need to be completely redone. Like, has there
Is
ever
it
been?
isn't it just surface, like bad art? And
No.
shitty
They've
light
taken
fitting
out.
and
There
stuff?
was. They created a void, like so from across the two floors. So from the bottom floor through to the roof of the second floor,
Yeah.
where there could have been some usable like media room space or something.
And that's where
decided
they
to
put
make
the
like
big
an
shitty
atrium.
light.
That's where they put the big light.
Oh yeah.
They've obviously lost their wardrobe. God knows what they're going to do to the garage. Probably turn it into a pool or something.
Or like a grow room?
Into a bowl.
So you got a house with income?
A what? A grow room?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Gunja.
Oh. I don't know about that stuff, Duncan. Okay, anyway. So on my notes, I've got Amy and Stu win What was this? What did they win?
What did they
Patio?
win?
Was that outdoor week?
No, they won the bedroom thing, and they won $12,500. That's the other thing, is it was such a massive swing for them to win.
Yeah.
And then An Yi, what's his name?
That's my mum's name. Literally my mum's name. Annie. Agni.
Agni.
Are you thinking of Ang Lee?
I don't know what I was thinking. I said it and I knew it was very bad, but I didn't know how.
This is the best podcast we've ever done, by the
You
way.
saw the word was right. Like, it was just. Oh, man.
Well, anyway, whoever that guy is, didn't bring along his little bit of paper to the, which just seems so.
I don't think he wanted to
basic.
use it because the only way he was using it was to stop them from winning. I actually think that he would quite like to use it to help him and Claire win.
But $12,500 not going.
Yeah, but it would still go to someone else. And in fact, it would go to the other two teams because they were going to do some weird Splitsville thing. So
Yeah, and they're the two losers, like, no disrespect, but they're not going to win. Hence losers.
I don't think anyone's going to win except for Amy and Stu.
Yeah, I know. But if you really wanted to fight for it, especially because he's a deal maker, like he could have extracted a lot of value.
That's
out
why
of
I
it.
think that he had it and chose not to. I don't think he's
I
that
don't
stupid.
know. I think he's quite stupid.
quite
Do you remember when he ran to the forest that one time?
He knew what he was doing, though. That was not a mistake.
Okay, so it was Blockstars this week, which is by far the worst challenge.
It's so good. I've never loved the block more. I have so many questions about it. So do they go in? So they do it once a night per team,
Yeah.
right?
So
and
they
that's
go into
not a
town
setup. They
every night,
literally
yeah. And it's
bring
always-
everyone out to Q Theatre.
Yeah, but it's in Garage Week. Nothing's happening in Garage Week. Tools down at 6 o'clock. Can't do much.
But so everyone comes in, all the audience, and it's like, Jason, JJ are here.
Yeah.
And then you watch a shitty thing for like 5 minutes and then you leave?
Oh, you probably go to Tanukis.
That's true. Make a note of it. I would have loved to have seen it. I was laughing. I loved Claire and what's her name? Chloe and Em.
Chloe and Em. Okay. 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 Jason, JJ were the judges.
Can you make that a sting?
Amy and Stu did ventriloquism. That was bad.
I did not enjoy that.
I didn't even understand I didn't get any of it.
I
was
didn't
horrible.
say it. Can you like recap it for me?
What's his name? Steve.
Let's just use whatever names are to hand.
Okay.
Stu was like a classic feathery bird. You know, you always see a ventriloquist with like a feathery bird type.
I don't always see a ventriloquist, to be honest with you. I always just see the ones with the wooden faces. With
You
the,
go to a lot more shows at the basement than us, to be fair.
It was like a big thing in the 90s.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about because I saw
That
the
bird on the
block.
stick.
Anyway,
And there was an old man
yeah.
character. But I feel like it's really hard to do that. A, do ventriloquism well, and B, make it funny and interesting.
Look, I think what they should have just done is made it funny and interesting and not worried about doing the ventriloquism well.
Yeah.
Because no one's expecting them to be like basically like Chloe and Em.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like
I
our
thought they
it's a
did
bit like our
very
podcast.
well.
Hopefully funny and interesting, but not done very well. You
Not
know?
your traditional pod, Mike. is
That's
it?
a massive neg on Alice.
Oh, it
Because
sounds
they're
good.
recording
Sound
the
quality.
shit out of
The
this.
sound quality is
Never
amazing.
sounded better.
It's we're the problem.
I didn't see Anye and his.
Why would she be there?
lady.
She's 73. She's at home watching The Chase.
And I didn't
Everyone
see
loves The
boys.
Chase.
Chase is so good.
The
Everyone loves The
governess
Chase. She
came
was
to
here.
New Zealand.
Oh,
and
she's
everyone was
amazing.
Mental. I don't even know what The Chase is.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'll show you a
You
funny
have
video
no business
later.
being here.
I love the host
Sorry,
of the
I'm sorry.
Chase.
You look broke. I'm sorry. I take it
So
back.
I didn't see the boys. Can you explain what happened to the boys?
The
'Cause
boys-
that looked. That's Mike, actually.
It was Mike McRoberts. They were playing Mike McRoberts and Sam Hayes. It was reasonably funny. They did like a news broadcast, doing news on the block, and they just basically took lots of swipes at everyone. It was quite good, but it wasn't theatre. They did a comedy act for theatrical, so they lost because they didn't fit the brief.
I think
Meet
I've
the
had a
brief.
problem with that, but speaking of, vaguely, the boys, I feel quite bad for Ben because I don't think he's hireable as an architect now. Because he clearly is probably the worst one that's ever been made anywhere in the world.
Maybe he could go into instead of residential.
Like
he could
he's
go into public.
He's not only
Is that
making
the evil-
negative money.
evil Game of Thrones?
Evil lad with the hot bod.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, honest opinion. And I just think he's also ruined his career. Like it could be the single worst thing that anyone's ever had happen to them on a reality TV show in New Zealand. Because not only do you make no money out of it, but you also basically put your degree in a bin and set it on fire.
Well, but isn't the kind of architect do others like
Yeah, he could do
build
public
even
spaces.
the whole
or
house?
He could,
Maybe he's good at doing the whole
Well,
skeleton.
kitchens haven't been done yet. Maybe he's good at doing a kitchen. Let's see. You don't look hopeful.
I feel sorry for the boys.
If you like an all-black marble kitchen
2 showers in it,
with
mirrored ceiling.
like a bidet.
You guys.
I'm
I'm going pink. Okay. Claire and Agnes comedy show. What do you think of that?
Do they do stand up? I didn't see this on.
Oh, come on.
I know, it was hard
No,
for
they
me.
did. No, they did. They did a piss take of. Agnes played Amy, and Claire played Jason Bonham, and the pair of them met up at a family reunion and basically
So it's
came
a
up.
sketch?
Came up. It was a sketch.
Yeah.
They came up with a plan of how Amy and Stu were going to be the ones who managed to, like, everyone else gets scored down on using white walls except for Amy and Stu in the master bedroom, and everyone else gets scored down for using timber shelving except for Amy and Stu in their bathroom and stuff like that. So, you know, those little anomalies in Jason's scoring that go in Amy and Stu's favour happened at this family reunion.
Here's another thing that I think they did wrong with the brief, apart from not doing stand-up comedy at all. But, like, why were they all entirely based on the block? Because everyone in the audience hasn't seen the shit.
It's
about,
mostly
right?
just the tradies. It's the people in the audience are like the tradies and the families of the people on the block.
And Jason JJ don't bloody know
Jason
their ass
JJ.
from their
don't know.
elbow.
Well, I'm
so.
assuming that the production get Jason JJ in, get them to watch all the rushes of everything that's happened so far, so they're clued in a little
So they
bit.
can make a sound assessment.
Yeah.
Like me and the chicken, in a way. Yeah.
Anyway, then there was the circus act, which we all saw and we all thoroughly enjoyed. I especially enjoyed them practicing for the circus act. Did you see the farting?
No.
Okay.
Another good state.
Fartgate.
There's so much fart. There's another one for the fart New Zealand reality TV fart
There's
museum.
already been the fart, Stu's fart. in the
Yeah,
video.
well, there's
Yeah.
more. So this is Chloe and Em. You know how they were doing the roly-poly carry-on thing they were trying to do? You can imagine when they're practicing that, legs back, bums in the air, all that kind of thing. And they
Yoga.
fart. And then one of them... and they collapse into giggles, not unlike yourself right now. And then one of them was like, then the other one did a fart.
What did the other one do?
Because I don't know. Because when you're in that position, it's the body's natural response, and the one who was on top was
Isn't
like,
that
"I'm not
saliva?
that's disgusting. I'm not putting my face in there." It was like they talked about it. It wasn't like,
Oh my god. Was it audible, both?
"Yep."
No, they just put that stuff in post.
Oh no, I
We got to get that clip.
yeah, I definitely believe the second one. The second one wasn't audible, but but it was obviously smellable.
I love them.
Anyway, they were great. Their circus
Yeah.
performance was just. It was very endearing.
I was in stitches.
Especially because last year Andy and Nate did this. They did the same thing, and they did that roly-poly thing successfully. It was quite impressive. And then the girls doing it
really?
and just completely effing it up was great.
This is like a block. What do they call the is it like a cinematic universe with all the Marvel things crossing over? I feel like the block's becoming a bit like that, like just constant references to previous seasons. They do news from the block, like it's just becoming its own like
It
ecosystem.
constantly references its own season. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole episode each week of recapping, basically. It's not an actual
Yeah.
episode, but if you took all the recapping out, that's basically
Oh,
an
it'd
hour
be
of
a lean
television.
little show. It'd be the Mike McRoberts of television.
Anyway, the girls won. Amy and Stu, Claire and Angie are putting a tiny little windowless bedroom in their garage, and they're very concerned that everyone's copying them, particularly Amy and Stu, who don't.
It's like a panic room.
Don't think
Yeah.
it's a good idea at all. So they're definitely not copying them, but they're going to great lengths to like hide it.
Who's this?
And
Claire and Angie.
Oh man.
Is it a good idea?
No.
Because pop a teenager in there.
Make it a room, but it's got no windows. Don't put a teenager. If you've got
pop
a teenager
in there.
you've got a
That'll
miserable
stink.
teenager
Yeah,
in there. That's a
rank.
bad. bad. No, they need sunlight as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Vitamin D.
Yeah. So anyway, and then there's tradies going around spilling secrets, and Amy's just being just your usual fucking bitchy self, and it's all on.
Should we
Who's
get her on
that
the pod?
tradie? The tradie who's like basically Stu. And sometimes I think it's
Oh, yeah,
for like
yeah.
ages. And I think Amy's been talking to Stu, and it's just this rando tradie guy.
That's the tradie, I think.
But
So
they're
he's
like boys.
But he's like the main character. He's like the main
He's
tradie, right?
Dave.
Is it Dave?
Dave.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Dave. Dave. I think you pronounce it Angie.
If in
speaking of
doubt.
which, Angie. Oh, that's what he said. That's what. Sorry, the
We're
fart
only
thing.
supposed to like blast through the block.
I
We've
know.
been on farts for like.
I have to go
10
back to
minutes.
farts because one of them said I saw it pulse out.
What?
She saw it pulse out.
the
through her leggings.
tapes.
Yeah.
Oh, because I guess it's
So she
trapped
was
in the
looking-
legging.
She was looking down on her
Oh, so she saw the
butt.
leggings go.
Yeah.
Go what?
There was a calendar challenge. We're yet to see how that plays out, but there's just some I don't know, drama around that. Can't remember what else happened. So let's get on to the Bachelor AU.
Can we do a real review in between that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Goldfish baked snack crackers from Pepperidge Farm.
Where's Pepperidge Farm?
It's in Connecticut.
Okay.
This is like a famous American snack, is
And
it not?
this is your favourite. This is your favourite flavour, Duncan. Expired.
Oh, I do love expired.
It expired in, what's the fourth month?
April.
April.
It's fine. Is it expired or best before?
Sell by. Sell by.
Oh, sell by.
So
Not eat by.
my mum gave these to me for my birthday.
Oh, mum.
I just messaged her to
Anything
say,
else, or-
where did you get these? Guess where she got them from?
Connecticut.
Why not?
Martha's backyard.
Smith and Co's.
No.
And she bought them on the day of my birthday,
Renowned-
28th of the 8th.
Renowned
la.
expired
And these
food
expired
store.
10th of the 4th. Smith and
Get your money
Co's.
back.
Brain damage.
She did say, oh, should I ring them? She's quite worried about it. So they're little fish-shaped. I'm sure I've seen these in the films.
Oh yeah,
No.
I feel like I've seen these in the films.
So
They look
I
like cat food.
do tend to not like cheese flavored things. I like cheese, but I like cheese flavored things.
These are cheds.
These are cheds. I was hoping you'd say that.
They're cheds.
Jude's.
I mean, I definitely prefer a like a cheesel over this.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a cracker in a.
That's a different
in a fish-
genre.
What?
This is...
Why did your mum buy you these?
I'm not sure. Well, she also bought me a bottle of gin and some lemons and was like, those go together.
Gin.
So I
$3.
snack with the... I actually
Someone-
did this last night when I was enjoying The Bachelor. I had a gin and a goldfish cracker.
Someone wants to send us gin to Real Review.
Oh, my God.
That'd be a good podcast, eh?
Let's
I'd
get
love
it.
to do that. I made a gin on the weekend.
Gin with
Did
what?
you make it from start to finish?
Well,
Or did you just put flavours in it?
I put the flavor. Well, that's what gin is like a flavorless white spirit with botanicals in it. I put in the botanicals and I brewed it. And now I've got it at home. I had some last night.
Wow.
What's
It's
your
all
Real
right.
Review? It's all right.
Yeah, I think it's too juniper forward for my liking.
Oh my god. Okay,
I'm going to keep at
Can we
it.
move on?
What do you give the crackers?
Oh. Out of what?
5.
Okay. 2.5.
2.5.
I mean, I like the shape. Oh, this one's
The
got a
shape
smile. Hang on.
It's doing some heavy lifting.
Look at that. It's got a smile and the others
Oh, that's a
don't.
happy one. That's rare.
That's not even.
Put
Put that in the
Big
museum.
one.
Is that on purpose?
That's going in the museum. Do not
Taking that.
crush that
3 out of
in
5.
your laptop.
Now I give it 5 out of 5.
So if you're in Auckland, rush down to Smith and Co's. Expired ched-shaped fish on the counter, apparently.
One there does have a smile. Maybe there's one smile.
That one's got sunglasses on his head as well. So
if I'm wearing sunglasses, look
That's
out.
the jackpot.
6 out of 5. Okay. Bachelor AU is the most amazing show on television at the moment. If you're not watching it, watch it.
Nick is good talent.
He's so great, but also genuine. He's a bit
Yeah.
like Art, you
So
know,
genuine.
like genuine guy.
He's a dreamboat.
But he's much more comfortable on camera than I think Art ever was. Anyway,
well, he does the ads.
yeah,
he does the
tradie
undies.
undies. So the first show.
I'm going to get some tradies, by the way.
The first show this week started with a date card that said our paths have crossed before, but that was a lifetime ago. And of course, everyone thought it was going to be Cass, including Cass.
Cass.
And it wasn't. It was for Brittany because they were both born in the same hospital. Remember?
I love how that's like a deal, like a big thing. Like it's
'Cause we're all
like
probably all born in the same hospital, right?
I think it's a small town.
I know, but it's whatever.
No,
Anyway.
but even where were you born?
National Women's.
What about you?
Masterton Hospital.
National Women's.
What about you, Alice?
What?
What?
Oh my god!
Well, hang on, you guys wouldn't have heard that, but Alice was born in a primary school house. At a school? You were born at a school? Was it like because Mum didn't make it to the hospital on time, or?
We lived in the schoolhouse.
Oh, it was
you're
a
a home birth.
home birth baby.
Cool.
But see, most of us, fully 50% of us born at National Women's.
Right, and you?
But yeah, good on them.
Okay, anyway. They went on the date. They played foot golf, which, by the way, I really want to play.
Yeah, me too.
They look really fun.
I feel like I'd be much better at foot golf than either real golf or football. So, might be the perfect sport for me. It's not a sport, is it?
I think so.
Gimmick. There are foot golf courses in New Zealand. There's one in Pookie. We should go.
Oh, let's do it.
Real review.
Christmas party. Anyway, the onion metaphor was used.
Onion.
The onion metaphor was used. It's been used on The Bachelor a lot about people having layers, and I'm looking forward to peeling back all that. But what do you get when you peel back the layers of an onion? You get to the middle of an onion.
More onion.
More onion.
More oniony onion, if anything.
I don't.
Is it?
Isn't it? Isn't that like the mother?
I mean,
Like
if
the mother of the onion?
If you were an
Kernel.
oyster, someone's more like, I'd rather be like an oyster where you like wedge open the crusty outer shell and find a pearl
and something
inside.
disgusting.
It's not always a pearl, though, is there?
No,
Sometimes
very,
it's just
Yeah, but
very rarely.
But that's why you go on the
Disgusting
journey to
oysters.
find.
Yeah, a disgusting oyster.
I like
One
an
of the
oyster.
worst. Oh,
Really? They're so
grown to-
yum.
Oh, they're so
I hate
yum.
them.
I've grown to love them.
And they like also
I fainted
like
the last time I ate one.
A horny food.
Woolly food, I wouldn't know, mate. Never oyster and tell. Okay, so
Never oyster and chop, actually.
Housewives. It reminds me of the
That's
Housewives.
a reference for
Oh,
us
God.
three and nobody else.
Absolutely nobody else except maybe Gilda. Okay, he gives her a rose in the pool, and then they are written down as they tongue kiss without the tongue.
Oh,
They tongue kiss without
What
the
do you
tongue.
mean?
How do you know?
Like, because you can see that they're not using tongue
in the
because there's a
pool?
big gap in the pool.
No, they were going for it. There's
Yeah, they
definitely
were going
tongue.
for it, but there was no tongue. That's the thing. They were
but
like,
what's the tongue?
That was like a
kiss without
movie
tongue?
kiss.
it's like,
That's disgusting. That's worse.
like open mouthed, but no, I couldn't see any tongue.
have you ever done that? Like, that seems
No.
horrible.
I mean, you either kiss or you tongue kiss, right?
I need to go back and watch these. I just assumed it was just Tongue
No,
City.
go have a look. Go have a look. 'Cause
Goodness me. It was raunchy.
it was
Yeah,
very
it
raunchy.
was.
It did feel like you were watching someone else's very private moment. And I have to say, that when they were playing
Not minding it?
it wasn't when they were playing foot golf. It was when he was with Brooke and they were playing, I don't know, they were chucking a ball around.
Footy.
There was a moment where they kind of panned past a whole load of production crew and you really got an idea of just how many people.
I didn't see
Because I don't know,
that.
I think I have this feeling that there's one lone cameraman standing far away with a zoom lens trying to capture as natural, and it's not. It's like a full crew of people all standing around with their blooming clipboards and RTs and so on. And they're pashing it up in the pool.
It is quite crazy. Surely for the night time, it's just a man in a hedge.
It was so
Have you
well lit.
seen some of the photos of Bachelor being shot?
Yeah, and they're kissing, and there's like
And the
7
camera.
dudes with the camera right there. I liked what he said. I think he really likes Brett. I think Brett is going to be all the way.
The Macquarie lass
She's the what?
from Macquarie.
Oh, is that the place?
Yeah.
Macquarie.
Port Macquarie.
Macquarie.
What are you saying? But he said to her, she's an older soul who looks 5 years younger than she is. She's the best of both worlds.
She also wore a very deep V.
Did she?
Her dress.
At the cocktail party. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of choker necklaces. Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. So I'm just showing
That
these
is
guys
amazing.
a photo of two people on a bachelorette date
Look at that
having a
guy
bash.
grinning.
And the cameraman's
Is
literally
that
sitting.
Zach?
He's sitting on a little like
It looks like that.
camping stool with his tripod set up. He's about 4 feet from, not even half a foot from them.
Yeah.
Might be
He
disgusting.
could lean forward and join in like a three-way
He could
pash
definitely be
shake.
further away than that. I mean, I don't know a lot about cameras, but you should put that on our Facebook page.
I'll put that on the Facebook page. Facebook page or corner? Facebook page.
Both.
Doesn't get enough love. Okay, so then there's a group date. That went well. She got a rose, yada yada. There's a group date. They did a straw handshake thing, which I was going to suggest we do on the pod, but I brought neither ping pong balls or straws.
Oh, yeah. What was that again? What was the science?
No, there was no sign. You just had to hold hands with a straw in between and have a ping pong ball balanced on top.
It seems very hard.
Yeah, well, it was, but not for some people.
Do they
who went on-
always do weird like games like that? I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a date, was it? That was just, or
No.
was it?
It was to win alone time. So
Oh, okay.
there was the straw handshake, and then there was the waltzing across a log. So the people who, like, the top 5 teams who got through that went to the waltzing across a log, but
In Cass.
no one cares. And then there was the smashing hearts thing where they did a quiz about
That's right.
Nick, and then Vanessa Sunshine won that and had some really nice alone time.
Oh my God, I thought I was going to vomit. I was so uncomfortable.
That was really well. The whole thing is so well edited.
The best bit was when he's like having a conversation, he's trying to get to know her better, and she's like not asking him any questions or really giving him any answers.
No.
And he says, "So you've got a weekend off. What are you going to do with it?" And she's like, "This weekend." This weekend? And he's
She's
like, "No,
making it, yeah.
the hypothetical weekend. What do you do? What do you get up to on the weekend?" And then there was the brunch Lina conversation.
Oh my
and I
God, when she mansplained brunch to him,
Oh my
that
God.
was so excruciating.
Poor guy. It's the first, because I feel like he's the kind of guy that you'd think would just do amazingly well in any situation. And just watching him squirm was actually kind of cool. Like, I was like, fuck. Just can't get out
He
of
must
this.
be making eye
In
contact with the
Melbourne.
crew away and just
Yeah.
being like, help me.
We have a meal called brunch.
That's a Melbourne thing.
It's just in Melbourne.
You've
Gonna
definitely
drop
not
some
heard of it.
knowledge bombs on your bowl cut.
She's so humorless. Never smile. Not a single smile.
No, but I definitely think they're also editing that way for sure.
Smiley face.
Oh,
I found a smiley face. Oh my
does
God.
that mean all
She's
the other
talking about
fishes
the
are?
fish.
Sign. That is a sign from Vanessa Sunshine. I just pulled out a smiley goldfish cracker just so everyone knows why I said that.
Join the
That was
crew on
eerie
my
timing.
extremely filthy laptop. Okay, where are we? Okay, so that's it. That she didn't get a rose from that one time. Brooke,
But the producers will fight to keep her there as long
Oh,
as
of
they can.
course. I mean, you can tell they're
her
doing that.
beef with Kat is good.
Normally these early episodes of Batch are quite boring because there's so many people, but these is honestly
So good.
so good. Brooke cracks out her bachelor key, her padlock.
That's right.
What is it? Her little tiny little key.
Bad.
And goes over
Her
and
dinky
just
diary.
PJs.
Do you remember dinky diaries?
Yep.
Dinky diary key? No, don't worry, Alex.
That's why she looked at me and just completely ignored you.
Pulled out her dinky diary key and went to surprise Nick with breakfast in bed. She took a hamper. She was wearing satin PJs.
She
cooked
didn't
it.
unlock the door.
No, there was no
No.
use of the actual key.
It's not a real key. I'm starting to think it might not be a real key.
It's a real key. It's just
also
it's not a key to a
humongous.
house.
I have a lot of respect for how much butter she cooked the bacon in. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It was like basically deep fried in a thick layer of butter.
I didn't see her cooking it.
Nikki was also commenting
She
on.
enjoyed that.
I'm
I
not,
like Brooke.
I'm not convinced he was surprised by her arrival,
Yeah.
given that his bed was made and he'd apparently just got out of bed. But in my experience, men don't make beds at all.
Honey badger making your bed is funny, yeah.
It's so like he hears a knock at the door and he's like, "Oh, I'll just make the bed and then I'll go down and answer it." And
Maybe
she didn't
he
even
sleeps
need
on
to
top
knock
of the
'cause she had
bed
a
like
key.
Luke in Married at First Sight. Perfect crime.
Cackle Jane.
Thank you. Then they go up and they sit on the bed and they're baps or whatever they were, and then
B&Es.
then they pop out for a bit of a kick around.
It's got a bit burn off the butter.
She's a tiny wee thing, isn't she?
Yeah,
tiny.
she's like 40 kilos.
She's cute. I love her.
That tackle. And then that was raunchy.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
raunchy.
That was almost more raunchy than the pool.
Well,
I thought.
that was where there was you got the shot of all the crew in the background as well, and so you definitely knew there were a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And they were,
Yeah,
It
'cause
was
I thought-
it was a roll in the hay.
there was tongue in that one.
Oh my god.
This cross live to our resident tongue expert.
There was
How much
time.
I just love you going right up to the screen, like doing like freeze frames.
Just pixel counting.
Oh, give me a break. Give me some credit. I'm an expert. I don't need to freeze frame. I can tell from the live action. All right.
She's doing it live.
She's approximately. She's a youth worker. Not many K's on the clock.
Oh,
does that mean?
That's expressions
that's
are
a bad expression, that one.
No, I
does
know
that
he
mean?
means that she's young, but it sounds like he means she's not had as
Been
much
around
experience.
the block too many times.
No, not many,
enough
not many,
times
not
around
enough,
the block.
not many K's on the clock.
Not just run in yet. Or something. I
yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
anyway,
He has
Bloody
so
hell.
many weird phrases.
he does. That's quite good. And can I just say, before Brooke went over, she effortlessly navigated her way to the batch pad in her Apple Play compatible Hyundai. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but there was quite a.
Do you have a Hyundai?
Oh, I did see that actually.
I used to.
Oh, that's
Sold
right.
it to the in-laws. They
Did you? Because you had to get like a service on it because there was this thing. Did that get done?
Yeah, no,
I'm really
no.
worried you stitched them up.
I didn't stitch them up. They're fully informed. Buyer beware.
Another smiler.
Oh yes, Smile City now.
So
Did you say Smile City?
Yeah, remember that
Greatest
site?
goddamn website in New
I
Zealand.
made like
history.
$60 off that site doing the surveys.
So she does that promo for the Apple Play, and but it's just really bad. Like she enters in Batchpad as the address she's navigating to. Pretty sure that's
Just
not.
batch pad.
Pretty sure that's not on Google Maps. Just saying. Oh my god, I need to go really soon.
You do.
Okay.
Where did Cat's fringe come from? Was my big cue. Cocktail party, like Natalia
Yes,
tells.
yes, she did. Yeah, I wonder if she cut it there at the house.
Magic
Could you
fringe.
have swept it back? Can you do that?
She was weird because she's been wearing headbands and things, hasn't she? But oh god.
Do you guys like Cat?
Oh my god, I'm only on Tuesday night and I need to go in 5 minutes. Do I like Cat? No, she's horrible.
I really, really don't like Cat.
She's
and
great
I
for
really
the show.
didn't like that interaction with Shannon.
No,
Yeah,
she,
that
do you
was
know
mean
what?
to Shannon.
It was
She,
horrible.
she's a gaslighter. Mm-hmm. She is a perfect example of a
Yes.
gaslighter. If you don't
So,
know.
like saying that Shannon was rude and
Yeah.
Shannon's bullying her. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it, but I loved it when she tried to kiss the badge and the badge dodged.
Oh my god.
But actually, that's a little bit like someone was saying in the corner about like, you got to know about consent. Like, he made it pretty plain just before she made the move that he wanted
Yeah.
to take it slow and didn't want to go around kissing everyone. And then she was like,
He
okay,
has been going around kissing everyone.
well, I don't want to kiss you, he was basically saying. And then she went in for it and he was like,
she like held his head.
Oh.
Was that here?
What
That's
about
not right.
Crystal Kayla on her way out?
Wait,
Crystal Kayla. Oh, when she told him all the bad people.
And then he was like literally pushing her head down into the car like he was a
Like, do you
cop
wanna-
with a perp. And she's like, I'll give you their names. I'll tell you the good one.
Tell you the good ones. Nick.
Oh my god.
She's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
I miss her already.
Her and the one who jumped in the pool.
Oh, Kayla,
yes.
one of the Kaylas.
is she gone?
The other Kayla. Was she the no?
Well, I don't think she was a Kayla though. The pool lady's still there, I think.
Is she still there?
Still
She's
in the
so
pool.
amazing the way
Oh,
she just
God.
very deliberately claimed I'm streaking the quad and it just didn't happen.
That was
Far
actually
out.
last week anyway.
I know, but I just
we never
I've been
mentioned
thinking
it.
about it
I
a
know.
lot. And how do we not mention it? Iconic.
Yeah, no, she was one who went home because I've got Kayla Pool Jumper and Kayla Healer and another girl go home.
Fucking don't be a Kayla on The Bachelor.
No.
It's never going to end well.
No, but if you're going on the American Bachelor, be a Lauren because that's the most popular name on American Bachelor. Just saying.
Cass's diary.
Cass's diary had no words in
no.
it. So it
Did
was
you
blank
say-
pages. Someone posted in the corner an article that had screen grabs where
Oh
the
my
pages were
God.
blank. But she also talked about it as if she'd written this big long thing. It was like 3 sentences long.
And it also,
It used the word moment far too many times.
yeah, 3 of the first 6 words, 2 of the first 6 words. And she said that you don't declare your love for The Bachelor at your first moment alone.
No, but she said,
Yes.
I
Love at first sight.
had me back believing in love at first.
Which is basically saying
maybe
I'm in
could
love with
be
you.
love at first sight.
No, I don't think she couched it. She just went, it's really balmy. It's,
I actually feel really uncomfortable about the edit they're giving Cass, and I don't often. I'm usually pretty cold-hearted with these things when it comes to Batch. I'm all about the drama, but I think that she is being given an edit where every time she looks somewhere, they make it look like she's looking for him. whether or not she is. And she's kind of come out of this looking like the crazy despo.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, she is.
But she is desperado.
But we don't, I'm sure that it's been overplayed, like
Of
a lot.
course, of
But
course.
this is going to be so humiliating for her, like super humiliating for her when it goes to,
she
as it goes
seems
to air.
very fragile.
And she seems fragile as it is. I just think that's potentially irresponsible.
When she read that diary out, I was like, Badge, you've got to just get rid of it.
Get rid of her.
Like, just for her own good.
Like,
to say,
right there and there.
I thought he was going to do it right then.
I just think doing it that night would have been like too much. I think actually he has to give her a week or
No,
two.
he should have done it
No,
then.
but
because
she's reading every sign as encouragement.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm sure he feels the same about me, having no idea that he's been romping around in the grass and.
Well, she
playing.
does know about the romping, but she thinks he's just playing the game.
Okay, so I think he should have let her go at that moment. Said, "Look, I love that it's been great to see you. Yada yada. And I understand how you're feeling, but I don't feel the same as you at this point. I can't see it developing, so I'm going to let you go. Not in front of everyone. I'm going to do it now
Yeah.
to save you that hurt and humiliation. See you later."
He was thinking,
His mind was
hard.
blurring.
He was panicking.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't want to hurt her, but he didn't know what to
He was
do.
like, "Thanks for sharing," and she was like, "See, he loves me too."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was like, that's awesome.
Her reality distortion field is strong.
I don't know what to do here because I have to get going, guys.
Well, we could just pause it and
There's not much-
do a triple ep next
There's
week.
just Dasha.
Dasha
really.
from Russia.
Yeah. Okay. So that night, we see Kelly kind of Dasha from Russia fly fishing. She's nice. She's cute. I like her.
Yeah, me too.
And then they played arrow tag, which looked fun. By
You
the
got
way,
hidden the Jack's crackers.
he did. Yeah, the second great use of Jack's crackers in Australian reality TV.
I did tire of that, but
Was it too
the
long?
game? Yeah.
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 But Cass, I have to say, she's bloody sporty.
The gymming.
She's been gymming. Yeah, she's been going to the gym every day trying to catch some. Oh, sorry. I'm not helping. Steph and Alexandra go home. Who were they anyway?
No one knows. The one who was like, I can't believe I shaved my legs for this.
That was really good. That was a really good line. And it would have
Great
been way
line.
more effective if they'd had her in the show at all
Never
before
seen
then.
her before.
Like maybe complaining that she's never got time. She's never got time with him or something, and then lead up to that moment where she was like, "It's a waste of my fucking time."
And he
But
was just like,
I'm pretty sure she just arrived that night and then left that night.
the greatest show on earth.
Quickly on Bachelor in Paradise, because I'm still watching that, even though you guys aren't. Leo,
Paulie there yet?
hey.
Can you send that
It's
set
not-
off a flare when Paulie
I will.
arrives?
He's not there.
Paradise?
Every time they show someone's hairy legs walking down the steps, they do that thing where they just show feet and legs walking down, and then they kind
Yeah.
of tilt up in the full frame. I get
Never
excited. It's
Paulie.
never him. Leo's a horrible man. Joe the Gross is amazing, and there's a lot of partner swapping this year. And I know that is the whole thing behind Bachelor in Paradise, but this year seems next level crazy. It's been really good.
Speaking of Bachelor in Paradise, loved the llama cuts in Bachelor Australia.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful
yeah.
edit.
Spotlight on Lightbox, just quickly. What are you watching?
I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I tried to watch and thought was a bit rough. And then like Tina and Mad, who we work with, were like adamant that it's a really good show and can confirm that it's like one of those cozy blanket comedies that you can just there's a joke about every 15 seconds. It's really sweet-natured. It's just a very, very fun, like, when you've had your high-intensity emotional drama of The Bachelor or The Block and you just
Yeah.
need something with a little aperitif of
La la.
yes. Just before you go to sleep, just check on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's a great time.
I'm about to dive right back into the start of The Office US. I don't know if I've talked about this before. There was a fierce debate in the spin-off Office and on the spin-off website about the UK versus the US, but I'm about halfway through Shea Serrano's book of essays called Conference Room 5 Minutes, which is entirely about The Office US.
Whoa.
And how great it is. It's so
Is
good.
it a good book?
It's amazing.
Great.
It's only on it's a PDF. I can flick it to you.
Happy birthday, Kindle.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Alex Gates for
birthday.
this week.
Thank
Oh.
you. But it's honestly, when you just read something that's like so obsessed with a show and knows it so well, I'm just so ready to go back and watch it all. And I think
Oh, I'm so
all
keen.
of the 9 seasons are on Lightbox. It's convenient.
See you in 2022. I've been watching... No, that's a lie. I haven't been watching it recently, but I have watched, and I think you should watch if you're a parent. Up All Night. It's Will Arnett and Christina Applegate. It's only 2 seasons because I think she walked. But anyway, it's very funny take. She's a TV producer who's back at work after having a baby, and he's stay-at-home dad. So it's basically Jacinda and Clark, and it's good value. So I didn't realise it was up on Lightbox until I think it's been recently added. So I'll give that another go.
Keen.
Another round.
It's a hell of a cast.
We have just a wee update.
It's the community notice board.
Remember last week there was a lady who wanted fresh chickens for 2 weeks, fresh off the farm, so she could kill them for medical purposes.
That's right.
I don't know, we still know further into what the medical reasons are exactly, but we do now know that she required specifically the gallbladder of the chickens. So thank you to the Corny who sussed that out for us.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So
Maybe it's like a witchy thing.
well, medical, I don't know. Maybe she's making a potion.
When my mum got one of her kidneys removed, and ever since then she's only eaten steak and kidney pies. So maybe it's like something like that, like the person's having a gallbladder problem and they think if they eat more, it'll make it better.
What does your mum think when is that because is she
Think it'll
craving
grow
it?
back?
Is she
I
craving
don't think it's that it'll grow back. I think she just likes the joke, but also kind of believes it.
It's quite a good commitment. Oh, hang on. Alex.
Is it time to match?
Oh, I'm sorry. Starting that again.
Pull it up.
Change.
Like and subscribe. Max Key Corner. I know. I'll never forget you. Subscribe.
I got nothing, but I couldn't leave the podcast without the song.
He was pictured
good.
with the Cedar Manatee
Oh, yes.
and Vianney in an iconic trio. So Duncan reckons this means Max is getting closer to us.
It's not,
I think
because
so.
there's no way he doesn't know about us. Oh, and he's
I know that
launching-
he knows about us, but what we need is someone who can engineer a meeting. Cedar Manatee is really good friends, I think, with Mel Bracewell.
And Hayden. Hayden listens to this pod.
Oh,
No, not Danelle.
Daniel.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Cedar Manatee watches our Insta stories.
And he comes to my basketball game sometimes.
Oh my God.
He's so good. It's frightening. But I think I can try.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I don't know that I actually want Max Key on the podcast as much as I just want him to want to be on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
It does
wrong.
make sense.
He's just negging. He's just negging us. And
That's
it's
okay.
Okay.
We're like Cass. He's like the honey badger.
It's true. Also, he is thinking of setting up a podcast himself and talking about
No.
some serious issues.
What?
Yeah.
Max?
Max K.
Yeah.
What?
He must have found out about podcasts from us.
That's true. There's no other explanation. There's
so
no other
the-
podcast.
So we admit defeat. This is our last podcast. We're going to hand over the reins to Max Key.
But there's going to be so much good content for the corner. If
But
he
he's
does
also
that.
thinking of doing it but he's doing a podcast like on serious mental health issues in relationships.
Don't
Why did you
laugh
laugh?
after saying serious mental health
I'm
issues.
saying I'm laughing at what was coming, not what had been.
All right.
Okay, I was laughing at him doing
Like
a
an
podcast
ancient
about
proverb.
relationships.
Pre-laugh.
It's a pre-laugh. I was foreshadowing. Okay, that's our podcast. Thank you very much, Alice, for recording. You're wonderful. Thank you, Nando's. We love your chicken much more than these little cheetah goldfish, but I'm still
fair.
eating them. And thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
I knew.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-Off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-Off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.